Some relief coming at the pumps as the province fast-tracks legislation to end the consumer carbon tax.
It's helped us reduce emissions. Our economy has continued to grow. But the policy has run its course. British Columbians do not support it. They don't want it. They don't want to see it. And we're removing it.
Officials say it'll save the average family $410 a year. During the provincial election, Premier David Eby promised to cut the consumer carbon tax if the federal government did the same. Now, that's exactly what happened when Liberal leader Mark Carney got the top job as Prime Minister. Some Vancouverites say that's a good thing.
Great. Even better for the drivers.
I think it's a step in the right direction. I know there's a lot of complaints that they got rid of the carbon, the consumer, but not the corporate. But I think you got to start somewhere, right?
Others aren't sure they'll see any impact.
Gas stations, the prices have been going up despite the carbon tax coming off. So I haven't felt anything.
Now, though the price is expected to immediately drop 15 cents a litre, it's gone up by nearly that much in recent weeks.
Keep in mind, though, the levers that control gas prices are constantly moving. So like I said, those refinery issues in the U.S. West Coast could ultimately push prices up once they've gone down.
The industrial carbon tax remains in effect. The carbon price brings in roughly $2.5 billion a year. $1 billion of that goes out through the Climate Action Tax Credit. Those quarterly payments will stop. But that still leaves a $1.5 billion hole in the budget. Much of that will be cut from Clean BC, programs like the heat pump and energy efficiency rebates, part of the government's plan to lower emissions 40% by 2030.
There are a large array of programs on both the consumer and the industrial side. They're funded through Clean BC. We're doing a review of all of that. We'll restructure this program. In addition, we're doing a review of all government programming.
Eby did promise not to increase the personal or corporate tax rate to pay for the cut. Both the feds and the province have not removed the mechanism for the carbon tax, instead setting the price to zero. That leaves the door open for the carbon tax to return, but it isn't clear if it will. In Vancouver, Jack Morse, City News.